News now coming to you from our digital desk. We have some breaking news happening right now out of Summit County. We're going to show you some of the OGO cameras, the Ohio Department of Transportation cameras. This is I-271, I believe northbound in Summit County. You can see all the trees around. This is very near the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. But the reason there is this massive backup as we see another fire truck heading up the side here. This is not because of just evening rush hour traffic. There was a chase with the Ohio State Patrol and other agencies in this area in Summit County. They were chasing a semi-truck cab. There was no trailer on it. It was just the cab itself. And we've actually got some pictures here of the end result from a viewer, Catherine McClellan. The chase ended here. That's the semi they were chasing, and the individual, I want you to notice, look on the left-hand side. These Ohio State troopers are in tactical positions. We are being told by the Ohio State Highway Patrol that the individual who ran from that semi-cab is armed and considered dangerous and ran into the woods in that area. We're only being told that the suspect is wearing blue jeans and again believed to be armed. They're asking people to stay out of this area. Easier said than done as we reach rush hour. But again, let's recap the breaking news here. This is I-271 northbound in Summit County. It is very near the I-77 interchange. Ohio State Patrol were in the midst of a chase with that semi-cab. That cab looks like it ditched in the median. And then you see the officers there in tactical positions because that suspect was armed, and we're told the suspect then ran from this area. This all unfolding here in the last hour. I'm going to show you this map real quick just to give you an idea. It's those two red exclamation points. You can see where the lake is. And as we zoom in here on the OGO map, you can see Boston Heights Peninsula as it runs through the Cuyahoga National Forest. And it's as we get a little bit closer here to this area, I-271 just as it meets 77, and you can see they've got it listed as a crash, but we know it involves much more than that, that this was a chase involving the Ohio State Highway Patrol, other agencies in this area, that it was a chase of a semi-cab, that white semi that you see there. These pictures again from a viewer sent in to us from Catherine McClellan. But this is where you get the sense of how much danger when you see these Ohio State troopers in tactical positions taking cover behind their vehicles as they're getting out their weapons. These are incredible pictures from this viewer, but it shows the level of concern that after that chase ended in the median there of I-271, that this became much more than that. We know the suspect took off, we believe, ran towards the woods in this area, and that is going to mean a pretty massive manhunt. We expect the Ohio State Highway Patrol plane, potential helicopters will be involved in trying to locate this suspect. That again, for whatever reason, we're not going to speculate how the Ohio State Highway Patrol knows to tell us that the suspect is believed to be armed. We're not sure if shots were fired during the chase or if when this came to an end, if shots were fired towards the Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers that were on the highway. But again, I can show you the live backup. It is barely moving. That tells me that they don't have it completely shut down, but it is obviously down to maybe just one lane as they're trying to get some traffic through there. That surprises me a little bit, because if this was a true manhunt, if they believed that there was a man who perhaps ran into the woods and had a gun, you would think that they would close this down completely, but they haven't done that. And again, I'm going to show you the pictures here that were given to us by Catherine McClellan. That is the semi that they were chasing. I'm going to read you exactly what we have from the Ohio State Highway Patrol. Troopers and our law enforcement partners are currently on the scene of an active incident in the area of I-271 and the Ohio Turnpike in Summit County. Troopers were in pursuit of a commercial vehicle when it crashed and the driver fled on foot. A perimeter is being established and a search for the suspect is underway. The suspect is wearing blue jeans and believed to be armed. Please avoid the area. Again, I'm going to show you the map here because now that we're seeing that they're saying this is more I-271 and the Turnpike, that changes things just a little bit. So here we are. That is the Turnpike that goes either underneath or on top of I-271. So we're really talking near Boston, right there in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park area that you can see. And we have this one icon that shows us that this is the crash area. Not sure if that is the exact location, but we know it's in the general vicinity. You can see the Turnpike there at the top of your screen. And then this is the result, a major backup. They are moving slightly, but again, when you look at the pictures and you understand what's at stake here, that there is a manhunt for an individual that took police and the Ohio State Highway Patrol on a chase, and that individual is believed to be armed. I can't stress enough when you see this picture and this picture, when you see officers in tactical positions taking cover behind their vehicles with a hood open, they're getting their weapons out. That shows you exactly what type of situation we're dealing with here. And again, it's the Ohio State Highway Patrol that is telling us that the suspect is wearing blue jeans, believed to be armed. If you know somebody that generally takes I-271 home, boy, get on the phone to them in the Summit County area. Tell them just to avoid this altogether because it is going to be a long evening, especially if there is a search that is underway in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Again, this is near Boston. This is near Peninsula. If you know where Peninsula is on 303, that's going to be in the general vicinity. And so people need to be aware. And if you know somebody who lives in that area, Peninsula, we haven't been told this by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, but it might be a good idea to give people a call that there is potentially a suspect with a gun in that area that took police on a chase and eventually crashed that semi-cab there. We are going to have much more on this. Coming up, our 5 o'clock news on Channel 19 is just about to get underway. We will continue to update this throughout our 5 and 6 o'clock news. As we get more information, we may come back to you here on our digital properties. But again, a pretty serious situation unfolding in Summit County in the area of I-271 as it crosses the Turnpike. Very near Peninsula, very near Boston, and it seems to be kind of right in the middle of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park is this surrounding area. It's why you're seeing so many trees there, and that is going to be a tough search for the authorities that are on scene there. Again, keep tuning in to Channel 19 for the latest on this. Our 5 o'clock news just started, and as we get more information, we will see if we can get back here on our digital properties to give you the very latest. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now. Have a good afternoon.